Hello everyone, my name is Nitya. Today we will see what is branch and how to connect Flow Builder with Web API. Let's begin. In our previous video, we saw that how to reply a channel message, creating variable and holding user input into it. We will continue with the same flow we worked earlier. Let's click on plus icon to add a branch step in replied section and use the variable created on previous step to determine user input. On the right side of the screen we can see the multiple conditions available. For time being we will use custom condition. This is exactly work as if-else statement. We can add as many conditions as we want. In the if box we will add our variable name, that is user input. And in the drop down we can see multiple subconditions here. We can apply these subconditions with our user input variable, like if you want to check your customer's input, start with A, B or C, or if a customer's input is a number and less than 100. Depending upon your requirement you can use these conditions. I'm going to use equals condition here to exactly match the input, because in our case customer has to reply with either A, B or C. And in the last text box I'm going to put A to complete the condition. So this is our first condition. We will repeat the same for the input B and C. Custom condition: if user input is equals to C. Alright, let's just add reply to channel message step on all three nodes to print user input. Add reply message, user input is great choice. Repeat the same for other nodes. All set. Let's save and simulate to see the output. Hello, hi, welcome to Salary Credit Automated Services and reply A. Here we can see we pressed A and it gets navigated to A section. And our flow replied to customers, A is great choice. Let's simulate again and check other options as well. Now this time let's press B. B is great choice. What happens when customer reply with something else? I mean not from our set options A, B or C. Let's simulate to see in action. We have available options A, B or C. But I will reply here with D, none of the above. We can see the else part of the branch section gets highlighted. To handle this situation, we will add a step to inform customer that you have passed incorrect input. Oops, invalid input. Please provide a valid input option. And add a step to jump the flow on wait for a response step to give another chance to customer to pass a valid input. Now let's save and simulate to see the output. Press D, which is not in the options given. Here it says invalid input. And also give another input option. Let's pass A this time. Here you go. A is great choice. As we know that A is for creating new loan. So we can add more and more steps here to capture details like how much loan do you need, what is the loan tenure you want, and so on. Hope it will help you to understand the basic of branch step. Now we will understand how to connect Flow Builder with our Web API. In this part of the video, we will validate customer's mobile number to determine whether it is a valid user or not. To do that, we will use fetch variables step to make a post HTTP request. As a best practice, validation of customer should be done at the beginning of the flow. So let's add fetch variables step here at the beginning. Search for fetch variables. On the right side of the screen, we can see all the properties of this step. You will have to create a web API on your server to validate user mobile number, and data format should be in JSON object. I will show you an example so that you can have a proper idea and you can create one for your own flow. These are the models we needed to handle the request and response. And this method is to find the user account on the basis of mobile number. It returns applicant ID, full name, account status as verified once user gets authenticated. Otherwise, it returns unverified user status or does not exist. In URL box, let's pass API endpoint with base URL. Method type is post and select OAuth integration. This is optional. We will leave it blank. Enable body to send mobile number. Data format must be in JSON object. So let's add request body like this. Mobile number, contact dot phone number, and the next property is set content type header. Choose application/JSON from the drop down list. If you want to add any other specific header values, you can add as many as you want. Set key and values here. In my case, I have used authorization header here to validate the each request that it is coming from a right place or right source. So I have just added authorization header. The next is variable. You can create variables to hold the response of the API. And this is the response of my user validation API. Let's create variables for each property. Applicant ID, user type ID, full name, account status, and is active. We can use these variables at any step of our flow. Now let's see the next property of the fetch variable step, and that is handle failures. It helps us to handle the success or failure response of the API so that we can design our flow accordingly. Here you can see it has created two branches, success and failed. I am going to tell the customer that your mobile is not registered with us in case of failure. Oops, your mobile number is not registered with us. Kindly get in touch with support team. And add step to end the flow here. Also, we will add a reply message to customer in case he gets verified. Click on plus icon and look for send conversation message and type hello, full name, your account has been validated. Remember, this variable was created by us. Let's save the flow. I would like to tell you one more important thing. Flow does not hit the API in simulation mode, so you will have to publish your flow with your approved channel to get the API response. I have one approved WhatsApp channel. Let's publish and see the output. This is my approved WhatsApp number. I am going to test my flow here. Hello. A. You can see here my account has been verified and A is a great choice. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.